Hello, John Pugliese, owner of Pugliese Brothers Italian Sausage. Good Saturday morning to you.
Good morning to you, Steve.
Could you tell me, please, what's going on today? What's in the shop? What's fresh? What's good?
Well, today's a typical Saturday. We have just come back from Philadelphia and restocked our shelves or refilled our stock as far as olives and cheeses and some of those types of items that people like to come in and buy. And being Saturday, my wife Stephanie, she likes to bake and offer products to offerings to the customers that come in. So today we have a little bit of biscotti left, her famous Italian oil cookies that we got from a very old family friend, Teresa Baracca, way back in the day. So she grew up with us, or she lived with us in Stilton. She was a friend of my grandfather's. And then she decided to make some cinnamon buns today.
So, and these are free. These are free to sample.
These are free for the customers to come in and try, while they're waiting or whatever, So my wife likes to feed people and keep them happy. So, but what we have today is, sorry, Leo. What we have today is our normal stock of olives. We have black oil curd, and that's with the pit. Previously we had unpitted. This is with the pit now. We have the Mediterranean mix that we just got in, the provolone stuffed. That we had been out of for about a month, and we just replenished our stock with that. We have the Sicilian green, the Kalamata, the Cerignola black, red, and green olives. And then we have the Supersata, hot and sweet, fresh stock of pepperoni. We have the buffalo mozzarella, which, by the way, Leo really likes the pepperoni.
Scream if you like pepperoni, Leo.
Oh, yeah, Leo. And then we have the cheeses. So we also have artichokes and dried figs. Asiago, Pecorino Romano, Locatelli, and of course everybody's favorite, the extra sharp provolone.
Now, John, can you please tell me about the pastas that you have? Because I know that this type of pasta that you have, you can't get at the regular supermarket.
No, you can't. And I'm not just saying this because we offer it now, but since we've started to bring this in for our customers, we've actually tried it, and we won't go back to anything else. I mean, this pasta here, and this is Claudio, and of course this is the La Fabrica. Both are excellent. Both, when you cook them up, they expand. They get really, I want to say, much larger.
They are. It's larger pasta than what you normally buy at the grocery store.
Absolutely, right? and not only that, but it has a certain flavor to it that people just seem to love. So once people have come in and bought this, they usually come back for more. Some of the older folks or single folks like to buy these types of pastas because they come in individual sections. So if I want to cook something just for myself, I could take one little wad out and drop it into boiling water and cook it up.
Nice.
Same thing with this type right here that we have. This is peachy right here. Same thing. This is a thinner noodle. This is more like your standard spaghetti. So,
but that's imported from Italy, though.
Oh yes.
That's the main point.
I mean, people love this, people love that, people love both, okay? And then we have our olives, we have the Bettalucco, we have our olive oil, I should say. We have the Bettalucco, we have the Claudio.
Hey, one thing, I want to go back to that pasta for a second, because I noticed that there's a couple that are actually organic.
Yes, down here.
Here we go, bio-organic.
We have bio-organic, and we also have gluten-free right here. Anything in orange is gluten-free.
And you know what's funny? There's a pasta that I like called Stracciapreti. If I could find it here, Stracciapreti. Let's see. You might have sold out of it because it's so good. Anyway, it says on the back, if you could read the ingredients, to say it contained no gluten. in broken
English because it's coming over from Italy. Yes. So. And then we have the only type of store-bought pasta you can get at Giant or anywhere is the Di Cecco, sorry dear. And we try to keep the pricing competitive, so you're not paying any more here than you would at Giant or anywhere. So if you're here and you want to buy that, that's fine too. But then we also have other items we have the basil sauce, we have the tomatoes, we have the lupini beans, we have both the jarred lupini beans, which is what our mother used to give us on Christmas Eve, because that's an Italian tradition.
That's the old school stuff.
That's the old school stuff. No, the old school stuff is when people come in and buy this and cook it themselves. And the one thing that's been a common theme with people that have come in and bought this is they've all said the same thing. They've never had an imperfect meat. I mean, every time they cook it up, they're all perfect. So that's nice to hear, because I guess some bags, I've never done it, and my mother never did, I don't believe, but I guess sometimes you get a bag, one or two in a batch. So they've said they've always, the people that have commented have said they've never found a bad bean yet, or any type of bad beans. We also have artichokes. We have the smaller, anchovies. We have a larger jar that's hot. We have the mild, they're sweet, they're not hot. And then we have a smaller version that's not hot.
Hey,
So
I
this is unrehearsed, and I'm not on the cue card, so forgive me.
and I want to get to the main event now, which is the sausage. Because a lot of people don't know the history of the sausage, and they don't know what's in the sausage or what kind
We
of.
have a little bit out here right now that you can see. The sausage is, the way you see it right here is the way our father, our grandfather, our great-grandfather, going back 6 generations, was always made in a rope fashion. So it comes out as a rope. And some of the old school and the older folks that come in now that basically were friends of our father or whatever, they still like to buy the rope because they can cut it to any size they want and do with it whatever they want. They can open it up and, you know, make it into loose sausage to put on pizza or to mix in with their pasta. And the first thing we've started to do when we opened the shop was we've gone to links. And we have a machine back here called the Lucky Linker. It will do the rope, it will do the links. So we can adjust it, it's electronic. Any size links you want. We found that some people like the smaller links, some people like the larger links. We're starting to make the larger links now as we start to move into springtime and summer because we know people are going to want to grill. So these are more in tune with, I want to say, a hot dog roll size that you can put in a hot dog roll. So that's our pasta, homemade, fresh. We painstakingly go through, like I want to say, unlike other places that we take out and painstakingly go through and take out all the bad fat, and there is bad fat in there. You know, there's slimy fat, there's hard fat. So we keep what we call the good fat, just enough in there that we keep it lean, okay, but not too lean. And that's why when you look at our pasta, our sausage, it's not filled up with a lot of white, and it's mostly red because there's not a lot of fat in it. You'll see specks of white in there because that's just enough to keep it moist when you cook it.
And correct me if I'm wrong, if there's no fat in the sausage, you can't grill it.
No,
right?
it'd be too lean. It would be like too dry. It'd be like trying to cook deer meat. You know, deer meat, you always have, the guys that cook deer meat up, they always put like beef fat in or pork fat in with it to try to moisten it up a little bit because it's a very dry meat. So it's the same thing with sausage. Any meat you cook up, if you don't have some fat with it, it's going to be totally dry and not very, I want to say, delectable. So, but that's what you have right there. So there's just enough white in there that you can see that we have enough fat in there. So we don't, as if you've read our website on our history and we talk about our sausage, we don't inject any dyes, we don't do anything artificial with it. It's all natural, and that's why we term it gluten-free. And we owe all this to, and if you don't mind, I'm going to take a minute because they deserve their dues. Our grandfather Alfonso, who came over from Italy in 1909 with our grandmother, and our uncle Virgilio. At the time it was named Pasquale, but changed it to Virgilio. In 1909 he was 6 months old when they came over. So he, my grandfather, and then my uncle here, my uncle Aurelio on the left, and our father on the right.
And we posted that picture on Facebook.
This is all on
people
Facebook,
could see.
yeah. And it's also on our website. I think these three are. So this goes back generations, and as the story goes, if you've read our website, you know, our oldest brother Bob, you know, when he was a kid, he made it with our grandfather Alfonso, who was an old man at the time. He was probably in his 60s or 70s then. And when Bob was there, we all started out the same way. We just punched the holes, and in the sausage, and we punch holes in to get any excess air out. And my grandfather would explain to him, would tell him about the fact that he used to make it with his grandfather. So we figured that goes back a generation. But then my grandfather also told my brother that, you know, when he was a little kid, my grandfather, he made it with his grandfather, and his grandfather made it with his grandfather. So we figured this goes back at least maybe 6, 7 generations.
Wow.
And we know that we have an old business card, which I will show you. I'll go out of my wall and I'll keep it with me for luck. But we figured this card was printed circa the 50s or early 60s. Notice the phone number says WE as in Webster, because that was the old office code for Steelton at the time, WE9.
Wow.
But if you notice, this says, I don't have my reading glasses on, but it says manufactured on 2 continents for over 100 years. So we're talking either the 50s or 60s now. That's either 60 or 50 years ago. So we're talking at least 100, 150 years that this has been being manufactured. So it's been made, came over from the old country.
That's nice.
That's about it. I'm going to bore people with that.
All right. Hey, well,
but please come by and see us. We're here. We love to see people. I come in on Saturday specifically because I like to see people and talk to people. I've met people and seen people from Steelton that I haven't seen in, God, 35, 40 years. So it's one of the enjoyable things. It's a lot of work to run this shop. It's a lot of work to make the sausage. But to me, the enjoyable part is just being in here and seeing people that I haven't seen for a long time. And there's a bond with Steelton people that goes back. Once you're from Steelton, you don't forget. You don't forget the people you grew up with. So unfortunately, a lot of the good people I knew in those days, the older folks are all gone, but a lot of the younger generations coming in because they hated growing up. So it was great to see those folks. And just keep coming in. We'll be glad to see you and glad to wait on you.
all right. Thank you.
Thank you.